Hi everyone, welcome to this module. As you can see, in this module we're going to discuss intelligent uplink selection. What intelligent uplink selection means is that if we have multiple uh, uplinks or multiple connections to the internet through various ISPs, we can intelligently select which link we want to use for different types of traffics or traffic coming from different zones or different sources. So first we're going to discuss the different application scenarios of intelligent uplink selection. Then we'll look at the basic concepts or the principles of uplink selection, and then application analysis and configuration, and finally we'll take a look at the troubleshooting related to intelligent uplink selection. So first off, let's take a look at the situation where we've got multiple egress links, that is multiple outgoing links going from our network towards the internet through different ISPs. So for example, if we have got three ISPs here, ISP 1, 2 and 3, and all these ISPs are connected, or we are connected to these ISPs using different lengths of varying bandwidth, there could be different challenges that we could face. And how does intelligent uplink selection provide us solutions to those challenges? For example, we could decide that how to implement multi-egress link load balancing, that how we could load balance the traffic across these multiple links, load balance the outgoing traffic going towards the internet through these links, how we could load balance that traffic, and then how we could make sure that traffic from certain user groups are following or using certain links, and traffic from other user groups are using the other links or the other ISP. And then we could also have the challenge, or we could also face the problem for which intelligent uplink selection provides us a solution, and that is to detect or identify the link faults, and we can switch traffic from the faulty links to the links that are healthy, which can carry our traffic. And then finally, we should also be able to resolve the issue of suboptimal forwarding within our infrastructure or for the traffic going out of our network. If you look at the different techniques that are available in order to implement intelligent uplink selection, you see that on one side we have the link selection methods, and on the other hand we have the link quality detection or link health detection mechanism, through which we do a health check on the links that are available to us. If you look at the link selection mechanism, there are basically three techniques which we use in order to implement the intelligent uplink selection. One is the global route selection policy, the second one is policy-based routing or PBR, and the third one is ISP link selection. Let's take a look at all these four features one by one, starting from global route selection policy. As I said, we are going to take a look at these different features one by one, starting off with global route selection policy. Global route selection policy, what we do is that we can dynamically select an outbound interface based on one of these four criteria, like the link bandwidth, link quality, link weights, and the priorities. By using one of these features, we can select the appropriate links for sending traffic out of our network. The second option is policy-based routing, where we implement policy for forwarding traffic out of our network towards the internet. And then we can have ISP link selection, where we can use the most optimal routes for forwarding traffic to destinations which are based or which are located inside one of the ISPs that we are connected to. And finally, we have the health check feature, through which we can check the health of different resources that we are trying to access through our uplinks. So first, let's focus on the global route selection policy. If you look at the global route selection policy, we've got four possibilities or four methods through which we can implement the through which we can influence the global route selection policy, either by looking at the link bandwidth, or looking at the link quality, or link weight, or link priority. So bandwidth, quality, weight, and priority, these are the four criteria based on which we can affect or we can influence the global route selection policy. First of all, we're going to take a look at how we can manipulate or how we can use link bandwidth for affecting the global route selection policy. If you look at load balancing by link bandwidth, you can see that our firewall is connected to 3 ISPs through 3 different links. The link or connection to ISP1 is of 200 megabits, the link to ISP2 is of 100 megabits, and the link to ISP3 is once again 100 megabits. So based on traffic distribution or load balancing based on link bandwidth, after some time, once a sufficient amount of traffic has passed through the firewall and through these 3 links, the load distribution or traffic distribution across these 3 links would be with a percentage of 50% traffic through ISP1 and 25% traffic through ISPs 2 and 3 because of their associated bandwidths. And you can also see that we have an overload protection threshold of 90% for all the 3 links. What this means is that if the amount of bandwidth that is being consumed on any of these links, if that bandwidth reaches 90%, then this means that that particular link will not be used for forwarding the traffic. However, the remaining links can be used for forwarding the traffic. So for example, if ISP link 1 has already reached its overload protection threshold, that is 90%, then subsequent traffic will not be forwarded through this link. However, these 2 links will be used for forwarding traffic because they have not reached their overload protection threshold. So this is the basic concept of load balancing by link bandwidth, that you forward the traffic through different links based on their available bandwidths. The higher the bandwidth available on any particular link, more the amount of traffic that would be passed through that link. And while doing all this, we always keep in mind the overload protection threshold. If you look at the configuration for load balancing using link bandwidth, you can see that you go to network tab, you go to the route link, then you go to intelligent uplink selection, and in the global route selection policy, if you click edit, this is what you'll get. You select the mode as the load balancing based on link bandwidth, which is the default as well. You select this, and then you add the interfaces, the outgoing interfaces through which or based on which you want to send the traffic, and you want to load balance the traffic by considering the bandwidth of these links. So these 2 links are being used for load balancing traffic based on their bandwidths. So this is the first mechanism or the first technique for affecting or influencing the global route selection policy. In the next video, we are going to look at the other 3 methods of influencing the global route selection policy using either the quality of the links or the weight or the priority of the links. So let's move on to the next video.